Cy Montgomery has traveled the world to write about rarely seen animals and cultures. But of all the places she's been, home in Hancock, New Hampshire, is where she chooses to be, alongside a mix of human and animal friends, including for a while a sickly piglet, the runt of a litter she nursed back to health after it was saved from slaughter.
I mean, one of the things that I think makes people sad about pigs is that if you get to know a pig, likely in 6 months that pig isn't going to be there anymore because he's turned into bacon or he's in your freezer. But with Christopher, people could afford to love him.
In fact, Christopher Hogwood, as he was named, grew on people in every sense of the word. At over 700 pounds and a lifetime that spanned 14 years, he seemed to stand for life's possibilities. And with a spirited pig personality, grew to be one of the most popular characters in town.
You know, you can't get a pizza delivered here in Hancock, but Chris would have gourmet slops delivered from restaurants where we could barely afford to eat.
Not only did people love to bring Chris their leftovers or slops, but they liked to stay and visit with him, too. And sometimes he went visiting himself.
And we all know each other here. It's so wonderful. I mean, part of the reason that I know everybody is my pig would get out and introduce me to everybody around the neighborhood. Christmas time, when we would send out our Christmas cards, which go out all over the world, Chris's picture would end up, you know, on somebody's refrigerator in Singapore, and they'd be in somebody's hut in Bangladesh, and everyone knew Chris and loved him.
Christopher passed away after a very full 14 years. There's a garden planted near his stall on the spot where he's buried, and his story is immortalized in The Good, Good Pig.
I didn't think about it so much until he died. And when he died, the outpouring from our community and our state and beyond, literally from around the world, showed me I had to write that book right away, and that it wasn't a book just for children. It was a book for everybody. The amazing thing is being dead has not slowed him down at all. He's still making friends. He's still affecting people's lives. I've heard from so many people because of the book that I wrote, and they say, I feel like I know him. He was someone you could bring your sorrows to, because in the presence of someone that big, your sorrows seem small. And he was a tender, loving creature, too. He was so good with people in wheelchairs, people who were sick, and yet he was also full of life and exuberance and often misbehaved. But sometimes his misbehavior was what just dragged me back into the loveliness of this world.
Like the day he used his nose to open the heavy fence gate and headed toward the busy road. It's not easy stopping a 700-pound pig.
It was a beautiful day, but I had planned to be inside, returning emails and making phone calls and all that kind of stuff. But Chris obeyed a higher calling, and so I ended up spending the rest of that day lying beneath that apple tree, rubbing his stomach so that he wouldn't get up and go on to 137. So he saved that day for me and turned it into one of those timeless, eternal days that I'll never, ever forget. And that's one of the things that animals bring into our lives, those timeless days that we never forget. They're forever reminding us of the sensuous savor of this world and the immediacy of the beauty of the sweet green earth.
And on this beautiful day, when a hen needs some attention, work will wait again.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here to help me with this. I mean, we can do office things later, but the most important thing is the animals. So.
Cy thinks it's time for the hen she calls Braveheart to move back in with her flock. She's been inside the house for 3 weeks, recuperating from a raccoon attack.
Oh, my gosh. She's holding her own, isn't she?
Cy Montgomery's words, like the lives of Christopher and all the animals she watches over, seem rich with meaning.
I've been thinking, as I did when I was writing the book, and since the book has come out, about all the blessings that he brought me and all the things that he taught me. And he brought me everything from, you know, the company and delight in my neighbors, to how to interact with people, to how to be with children, which I never knew before. But more than anything else, he has shown me and everyone who met him that a great soul can appear to us at any time and in any form. And they might have a flexible nose disc and a curly tail, so just keep your eyes peeled.